try to see now. I mean, you have enough context in teaching now where you can look at somebody who's doing something like that and kind of pick out the pieces of how they designed that, right? You can kind of take that apart mentally, so then you can put it together in your own teaching, some of those pieces, which is really cool.
I thought the class worked.
Yes. Did you have something you wanted to add, Howard, or are we beyond?
No, we're beyond.
Or beyond, okay. So this is our last day going and doing classroom visits. Next Monday, I am going to be asking you to what you haven't seen that you want to see, because I'm going to help you design, and if you want one, an individual field trip for winter term. And we'll talk more about that, but start thinking now about, is there something I haven't seen? Like, is there a school I haven't seen, a subject I haven't seen, that I still feel like I want to see? And then what I will do is I'll start going through my mental Rolodex and figuring out someone for you to go visit.
So at my placement, my teacher offered me to kind of see another teacher.
You can do as much of that this year as you can. So part of the reason why, I know I was telling Lacey this earlier today, and part of the reason why we're out seeing all these teachers is once, like spring term for you, you're gonna be full-time teaching. It's gonna be harder and harder for you to get out and see other teachers. Next year, when you're a first-year teacher, it's gonna be almost impossible. And so you have been able to see a variety of teachers this fall, some positive things, some not so positive things, but hopefully all informative things. And so yes, if you can, definitely take advantage of seeing other teachers in your building as well, as much as you can. Absolutely, you can count that toward your hours, absolutely, but yes, see as many teachers, be really selfish about that this year, because once you start your own classroom next year, it's really hard. Unless you were like me when you were a first year teacher and your principal says to you, I want you to go watch these teachers, you can learn more about classroom management. You're not gonna have the opportunity to do that very much. So anyways, so this was kind of our last day of collectively meeting at a school and doing that. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Is that like a project for next quarter? Or?
No, it's really, as far as the field trip,
Yeah.
it's not a project, it's just if there's something you want to see, I will help you set that up.
I set up, I'm going to Fur Ridge, the alternative high school tomorrow.
Super cool.
District, so.
Awesome. That's cool. And there's all kinds of alternative schools around. I know a couple years ago, before we had a snowmageddon, and it kind of scuppered my plans, that we were going to go spend some time down at McLaren, which is a school for incarcerated youth. So there's different things that you can do. Actually, one of Howard's former cohort members' mother is the director of that program, Sean.
Right, and about 50 yards in this direction, you could possibly set up to see Legacy High School, where I worked as an instructional coach, part of my consulting last year, which is an alternative high school in Evergreen Public Schools, and which has a probably disproportionate number of students that have been affected by trauma and other kinds of things. So that'd be a good thing to be able to see. And if you, since you probably don't have connections there, if you want to just let me know and I can get in touch with the principal or one of the teachers to help set something up for you.
The other thing to think about is, like, is there a district not in the metro area where you want to potentially work or apply for jobs or whatever? We can help you arrange a field trip to that place. So it's going to be 100% optional, and I'll kind of take your temperature on that next Monday. So start thinking about what is something that you feel like you haven't yet seen, or a school you haven't yet visited, that you want help setting up something for. Okay, go ahead.
And we could clock hours for that, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A couple questions. So if we wanted to just observe somebody in our cohort.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Talk to each other about that. You are very welcome to visit with each other. Yeah.
And then also, when you talk about districts that we want to apply for jobs in, I know personally, the other people are just open to anything.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't really know how that process works. I know we haven't been talking about that at all yet.
Yeah.
Maybe early, but if we're thinking about that, we want to observe too.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a lot about job stuff in winter term. And there's some job fairs that I've sent you information for. But if you wanted to start looking, I mean, even just looking, when I moved to Oregon, I moved here and looked for my first job.